Alright friends, so today we're going to do a cooking show and I'm going to be cooking up a couple meals here. So I'm going to actually ask my roommate to film a little bit and then he can leave. But I'm going to show you how to kind of start things, okay? So just hold on 1 second. Okay. Alright. So here on the frying thing, I got some garlic, ginger, and some white onions. Okay, so that's frying up, and look at that! Oh my gosh, smells so good. Let that fry up a little bit, golden, make it look amazing. I'm boiling some water here. You don't need to see that. But what I'm making tonight is some Korean Japchae. This is purple sweet potato starch noodles. Okay, so what I'm doing, I've got about half a packet. So I just grab the noodles, throw it into the boiling water. But here's the thing. What I'll be doing with this is it's going to actually become clear. So it's going to look really cool. And I'll show you when the time comes. But what I'm going to do with the water afterwards is going to be starchy water, right? And so with that starch water, what I'm creating is actually a soup base. Okay, so over here, top, okay, looks like pretty warm, pretty hot. Okay, I don't want to burn myself. Okay, so what I've done here is I've created a mix, ginger, garlic, and lemongrass. This is what the stock looks like. Oh my gosh, oh baby, so good. Okay, so, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to chop up some onions here, and I'll show you how to do that in a second here. So, first things first, okay, I want to fry up the base here first. Again, ginger, garlic, and lemongrass. Oh my gosh, so good. Give this a little swirl, okay. One of the reasons for doing this is to get a lot of the flavors out, right? So when you fry it up a little bit, it's gonna cook out some of these flavors. It's gonna be amazing. Same thing with this. So sometimes when I cook, I like to do a couple things, right? Look at that beautiful golden. Oh man, look at that. All right, so I pre-chopped some stuff. Okay, so what do I want to do here? Okay, so I'm going to throw in some veggies here. Okay, so I got, what I got here? I got some zucchini, some red bell pepper, and some mushrooms. This carrot, I'm going to throw into the soup stock. But look at that people. OMG. Doesn't that look good? Beautiful flavors. Oh! I can't forget. Okay, so I cut up a bunch of more here, actually, some zucchini and one of my favorites, eggplant, baby. Oh yeah. So very simple. Throw it in. Just throw it in. Throw it in. Let it cook. Let it soften up. Oh baby. And we'll add some flavor in a little bit. Okay. So that's that. Let's take a look at this. Oh, it's goldening up very nicely. Oh baby, I'm so excited. And here are the noodles, right? See that? It used to be dark purple. As it cooks, it's going to be translucent. Okay? And so when it's done, I'm going to be taking the water and throwing it into here, the soup base. I'm going to keep the noodles. Okay, so for people who don't know how to cut up an onion, or never been taught, this is how the supposed pros do it. Okay, so so you want to keep the root here. Okay, you want to slice it this way. Be careful not to cut yourself, of course. Okay, so after that, now you go this way. I think this is called dicing. But hey, I'm not a professional. Okay, and then after that, you just So like this, and look at that. Perfect sized cubes. Okay, and at the end, you just cut them up, small pieces. No waste, people, no waste. Okay? And so, once I got this, okay, let's come down. Okay, so I'm gonna throw this diced onion right into here. Let's caramelize that a little bit. Get some flavors flowing. What are you doing? Yeah, baby. And mix it up. All right, look at that. Look at that. Oh my gosh. I don't know about you, but I'm pretty excited. Okay. So, let's see the noodles. All right, look at that. Yeah? It's becoming quite clear, right? So you want it clear. Actually, how long am I supposed to cook this for? I should probably read the package. Okay, let me see. 10 minutes. 10 minutes, not bad. So, I think it's been 5 minutes. And so, for me, I like a little kick in my food. So, I've got some red chili peppers. Okay. So, in my soup, I'm going to add 4. Also in my soup, I'm going to be adding some shiitake mushrooms. Shiitake mushrooms? Chinese mushrooms. I don't know. I think they're called shiitake. Anyways, Chinese mushrooms. Let them soak for a little bit. It's going to add a phenomenal flavor. OMG. Okay. So with the red chili pepper, it's going to cut off the ends. And of course, the heat's going to come from the seeds. So I'm just going to cut up a little bit. Okay, I'm done. Come up on the knife. Throw it in. Look at that mix. Oh man. Woo! Oh yeah, another thing, when you're cooking onions, you might cry sometimes. I'm just saying. Okay, so we got some stuff in there I forget. Okay, and then the look at this one. Oh my gosh. Look at these flavors. Look at the colors, people. Oh my gosh. Are you excited as I am? How you doing? Oh, look at that. Oh. Probably be done in about 10 minutes, maybe 15, so it's very simple. Alright, so let that go. The noodles, check them on. They look pretty good. And then double check. Oh baby. Oh baby. I'm gonna let it go for 2 more minutes, so once that 7:30 hits, I'm gonna take it off. Let's see, what else I got? Okay, so this I'm making is a soup base, right? So I got a lot of the foundational base. Oh man, that's seriously. If you were here to actually smell this, it's so good. Oh my gosh. Okay. So, I'm turning up the heat a little bit. And so, for me, I like to have very little waste. So, whenever I'm cooking, at the end of it, like seriously, I have very, very little waste. Okay? I'm probably going to add a little bit more of this. Okay. So, what I've done is I boiled some water. Okay, so now that the base has, that's some beautiful flavors, I'm just going to add some water. So that nothing burns. Okay. So what I'm going to end up doing. Okay, so I'm going to just throw a, what do you call that? A carrot right into that. I'm going to boil up some more water so that I can fill up that massive stock part. That's called called a Dutch oven. I think it's 8 liters. Yeah. So I'm gonna cook up quite a bit of broth, and what I'm gonna do with that broth actually is in the future days, or if we were allowed to actually have some guests over, I'd be able to make some delicious noodle soup. It could be pho noodles, it could be egg noodles, but yum yum yum, because it's all about the broth. So if you know, well, this one I want to try to make it. Okay, let's see here. Look at that! Oh my gosh. Okay. All right. So it's 7:30. So I'm going to turn that heat off. And like I said before, I'm going to. If you look at the water, that's starch water. Okay. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to throw it right in here. Okay. So just pour it right in there. I'm going to keep the noodles out because it is not for the noodles. So that way you get a little bit of sweetness without adding any extra like sugar or what have you, right? So it's just from, again, natural flavors. I love natural flavors. You don't have to add a lot of different things. But if you have a nice variety of colors, vegetables, spices, herbs, All right. Now look what's left. Right, so those are the noodles that we're going to use for the japchae. Yeah, don't they look beautiful? Oh my gosh! All right, cool. So we won't be using that for a while, so I'm going to put that to the side, cover this puppy up, let that go. Actually, one of the flavors actually I love adding to soup bases is actually ground cinnamon. It is so good. This is. If I had a chance to, actually, I would get a cinnamon stick and throw it in there instead, right? But since I don't, I'm just gonna use some ground cinnamon, okay? And I haven't had a chance to really go, what do you call it, shopping much for different spices lately. So I get to use what I have in the kitchen, okay? So I just add a little bit of cinnamon. Again, I'm waiting for the water to boil. What I'm doing with this broth is I'm going to actually cook it over a period of like 3 to 5 hours, right? So the water is going to be really, really concentrated, right? So the flavor is going to be really strong. And if it's too strong, what the nice thing I can do is when I cook it tomorrow, I can actually add water to dilute the flavor, right? So get it really, really strong, and then just dilute if I need, right? And so that way, when I share with friends, I can just give them a small container and just tell them to add some water, and they can actually have more servings, right? Smart. Kind of. All right, so let's take a look at the veggies here. How they coming? Oh, look at that. Yeah. Oh my gosh, look at that. What do you guys think? Looks pretty good, eh? Oh, I love mushrooms. My gosh. Look at that. And one of the things with mushrooms, I don't know if you know this, but the mushrooms actually help mix up the flavors. That's one of the things that mushrooms do. And mushrooms are 80% water. The white top mushrooms anyways, right? So it's mainly just water, and it's a great way to be able to mix a lot of different flavors in whatever meals that you create. Okay? And so for this one, so these are shiitake mushrooms, or Chinese mushrooms, okay? So they're a different flavor. I find that with these, it'll add a much, a yummier, if you will, flavor to soup bases and broths. So that's why I'm using this for this. And unless I'm doing like a Chinese stir fry, I don't like these in stir fries. I'd rather these in broths. So very simple. Just throw it in there. I have a lot. But you gotta remember, I'm going to actually fill this whole pot up with water. So it's actually gonna be about 6 liters, right? So right now it looks like a lot, but again, mushrooms are mainly just water, but very yummy, yummy, flavorful water. So I'm gonna let that cook for a little bit more. One of the things I'm debating, do I put some cauliflower in the broth? What do you guys think? What do people say? Yes, no? Should I throw some of this?
They said they're gonna put in the order.
Put it in what?
Put in the order for the dinner.
Oh, whatever. Come on over, people. I'd love to have you over. Seriously, I would. Oh, look at that. Okay. Oh my gosh. So how I kind of judge when it's done is typically the eggplant will take the longest, right? So it's starting to get soft there, which is what I want, okay? Same thing with the zucchini, okay? If you look at the eggplant, right? You don't want to eat eggplant raw, so you want to make sure that's cooked. And if you look at all the rest of the vegetables, they're actually getting cooked perfectly at the same rate, right? So that's why I put the onions in first, right? Once they start to get translucent there, oh my gosh, right? And look at that beautiful color. Because some of the veggies, they actually cooked at a different rate. So, I'll leave that there. This is okay. So, this should be finished pretty soon, actually. Let's see here. You know what? I think I'm gonna throw some cauliflower in. And the beautiful thing about making soup broth is that you can actually put any type of vegetables in there, okay? I'm a vegetarian, so I'm not going to put any meat stuff, obviously. But there's so many flavorful vegetables out there that will add a beautiful taste. So whatever you like, I would encourage you to put that in, right? If you like eggplant, well, actually, I don't know if eggplant gives a lot of flavor in the soup broth, but I know onions do, obviously carrots, celery, add a little beautiful flavor, leeks, right? So whatever you like, you throw it in there, be happy. And of course, a little salt and pepper. Do I want salt though? Okay, I'm gonna put a little salt, okay? Pour some Parmigiano. Okay, so again, you don't need to put a lot, okay? Because the thing is, if you put too much, you can't take it out. And so, you definitely want to be, this black pepper, and black pepper has such a beautiful taste. So I already have the red chili peppers. To give it a kick, the black pepper is more for flavor. All right, look at that, right? So I'm just boiling some water. I got a water filter, so filtered water, boil it up. Oh my gosh. Okay, oh, look at that. Yeah. I can feel the kick already. But it's very good. Okay, let's take a look at the veggies again. All right, look at that, right? How's it look, people? Does it look ready yet? Eggplants are almost all done. Again, the eggplants are kind of my gauge. Everything else looks pretty good. Okay, so when I get to the point where it's almost done, I just either turn the heat down or completely off. In this case, I'm turning it completely off. Okay, so, you know what? A lot of flavor is actually in the base part of it, right? So that's where I want to throw it in. So I'm just going to cut the root. Cool. Throw it in. Mix it up a little bit. Oh, baby. I don't know what I'm gonna do with this. Oh, lemongrass, though, seriously. Beautiful flavor. I'll probably add it a little bit later to the soup, depending. Okay, so what I have. Oh, I forgot. Okay, so I'm making japchae. Okay, so this is sesame oil. Okay, so actually, what I should have done right away was once the noodles are done, right? Get the sesame oil. Okay, and you want to mix it in with the noodles. Okay. Okay, I'm not sure. That's probably enough, probably more than enough. And so, right. So what I do when you're done, just mix it up, because the sesame oil actually gives the flavor to the Korean Japchae. It's a signature flavor. It's the sesame oil. That is the key ingredient. Oh baby. Oh. I'm a little excited. Oh, okay, yeah, baby. Come on now. Okay. Okay, so, let's start plating this puppy. Let's see here. Okay, so. Scoop out some noodles. Look at that. Look at that glisten. Can you see that?
Yep.
The noodles are glistening. Oh my gosh, from the oil. Okay, that's probably enough for one serving. This is my dinner. Oh baby. Oh. Okay. So again, we eat with our eyes, people. So if you look at the noodles, they look freaking amazing and fantastic, and I'm so hyped to have it. Okay. So when that's done, you gotta add the vegetables. Okay. So here. Look at that. Oh my gosh. Serve it up. Look at that. Get some good variety of stuff. Get those onions and mushrooms. Okay. Okay, when I'm done, I'm just gonna cover this puppy back up. It's always good to have a little bit of pepper here. Okay. And of course you need a little garnish. For me, one of my favorites is either cilantro, right? This is Chinese parsley, or just plain old parsley is good as well. Because again, I love the flavor. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna take a bunch. Oh! I just remembered. Yes. Okay. So, at the stalk of the cilantro is actually where the flavors are very, very powerful, right? So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to wash my cilantro first. Okay, and so I'm going to actually take the stalk of some of this, cut into small pieces, and guess what I'm going to put them? That's right, people, into the soup. Oh, baby. Look at that coming around. Oh, look at that. Garlic. Ginger, cilantro. Oh my gosh, that cilantro, once I hit the water, oh my gosh, that flavor just, oh my gosh. And then now the mushrooms are coming out too. Oh, the flavors are just amazing. All right, let that puppy go. Okay. And so the last part there's more of the stock. So I'm just gonna throw this in here. All right, but for my fini. All right, let's bring that noodles out a little bit, right, for you to see. All right. And that, my friends, is Korean Japchae. Bon appetit. Okay, hopefully that was simple enough for you, and maybe I'll shoot a video tomorrow on the broth or the next day or something. But anyways, hopefully that was simple enough for you and you enjoyed it, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye. Finish it.